Well, hello, everybody. And by everybody, I mean one person in the chat. Welcome to the Ahsoka Episode 6 live stream reaction. I'm Melissa, if you didn't already know that. But you probably did know that because anybody who's tuning into this live stream has probably been following the channel for a while. So I'm assuming you guys know who I am. We might actually have Matt tonight. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to get that worked out with him right now, but he did message me a couple of hours ago and was like, "Hey, I might be on the stream." And he just texted me, "Dope episode." He's talking about Star Wars Ahsoka episode 3. Sorry, not episode 3. Episode 5, last week's episode. He only just got to watch it today. Because he has a brand new daughter that he's been looking out for in the meantime, but looks like he really liked it. So I'm going to text him, "Hi, I'm on the live stream live if you can join." We have 15 minutes until Ahsoka episode 6 comes out. I don't know why I'm mixing all these times up. We have 15 minutes till Ahsoka episode 6 comes out. So guys, what do you think is going to happen this week? What should we expect? I didn't expect Anakin 2 weeks ago to appear that quickly. Could we possibly get Thrawn tonight? What do you guys think? Drop your comments in the chat. Do you guys think that we're going to see Grand Admiral Thrawn tonight? Do you guys think that we're going to see Ezra? Are we going to get more of Shin Batty and Baylan Skoll? What do you guys think? I'm kind of hoping we get to see the bad guys' perspective of things this week. Not that I don't love Ahsoka, but I really want more development on Baylan and Shin. Don't really care that much about Morgan, not gonna lie. I think it's possible we could see Thrawn tonight. I think there's a big possibility that we could see Ezra as well. I keep forgetting that they're a part of the show. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I honestly keep forgetting that Thrawn and Ezra are big players in the Ahsoka series just because we've been so immersed on the Ahsoka side of things. So I'll be interested to see where they're going to take us tonight. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I just came from watching a few episodes of Frasier tonight. I don't know if we have any Frasier fans in the chat. But the reboot's about to come out in 1 month. I think it's October 4th, something like that. I'm incredibly nervous about it, but it's got me in the mood to start the series again from start to finish. I am in season 2 of Frasier now. And I'm just trying to work my way back through it until the new series comes out. So that's what I've been doing. How are you guys doing this evening? Let's see. Hello, Benjamin. What I like best about Ahsoka so far is being able to watch it as soon as it comes out. That's so true. It is really nice being able to watch the episode the night of at a reasonable time, and then you're not waking up and having to dodge spoilers. That's something that I have not liked in the past, so I do appreciate the time change. Anthony, hello, welcome. Really excited for this episode and to see where it goes. Yeah, me too, dude. I really hope we can get back into the bad guy side of things, and hopefully my mic doesn't F up because this has been happening a lot lately. Let's see. Okay. Hello, welcome Rob himself. I think Thrawn will show up at the end. I also think we will spend some time with Hera and her New Republic issues. Maybe Zeb will finally show up to show his support for Hera. I don't know about that. I think last week's episode kind of cemented the fact that we're done with Hera. And we might go back to her issues with the New Republic, but I think this episode is going to focus on the galaxy that Thrawn and Ezra are stuck in. I really think that we're going to get to that side of things, and I'm kind of hoping it would be really nice if we got a bad guy's perspective episode. If this episode was all about Baylan and Shin and Morgan and them trying to work their way through this new galaxy, I would be perfectly fine with that if we got their side of things. But I do think that we're done with Hera, at least for now. I think it's, wow, really, Ian? Okay. Ian Shannon says, I think it's going to be Hera and the New Republic this episode. I think they might hold Thrawn till the very end. Yeah, I don't know, because I didn't think that we were going to get Anakin as soon as we got Anakin, and we got him really quick. I mean, he showed up in the fourth episode. Fourth? Yeah, he showed up in the fourth episode. But then again, it is an 8-episode series, so I guess it's not that early in the scheme of things. It would kind of be considered the middle. I do not think we're going to get Hera at all this episode. I really do think it's going to be a bad guys focused episode. And honestly, if they did focus on Hera, I would be disappointed because the show's not about her. It's about like Ahsoka and Balin and Shin and all these guys. So I want to keep it focused towards the main thread because I do think Hera's a supporting character. But I think we will. I don't know if we're going to see Zeb in this show. If they do, it's going to be a really brief cameo because it costs so much money to CGI him. So I can't really see him like coming in the show and like having a significant amount of screen time just for that reason. But it's possible. Look, anything's possible. I have an open mind. Also, guys, you know how I share screens like with the timer for the count up so you guys know where I am at in the episode. Every time I have tried to do it prior to coming on this stream and in past streams, it messes with my internet and I don't know why. And it's only when I share the screen with the timer, and I tried to do it just now before I hopped on as a test, and my internet kept conking out. And so I don't really know what the deal is with that. So for the sake of me not conking out in the middle of the stream, which I don't know could still happen or not tonight, I'm not going to share my timer. And I understand that's super obnoxious, but I don't really want to I don't want to risk getting kicked off. And if I get kicked off anyway, I apologize for that. But that has happened last week. It happened right before I hopped on the stream tonight. And I just don't want to deal with it happening again. So I'm not going to share the timer. If that's a pain in the butt, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll start the timer on my phone and I'll be like, hey, here's what time it is. But yeah. Maybe you guys don't care that much. I don't know. I'm going to text Matt and see if he's interested. Hello, now there are 20 of you. We're really crack-a-lacking up here, guys. Thanks for joining tonight. I really appreciate it. Do you guys think that we're going to see Thrawn tonight? I am actually so interested. You guys, you should spam W if you think that Thrawn is going to show up in tonight's episode. I'm so curious to see which of you think Thrawn's going to show up. Matthew Fab says, in the new galaxy, I wonder if we might see a lot more Night Sisters as a threat to the New Republic. Anything's possible, I guess. I have an open mind. Towards it. Again, it's just like I don't know how much story possibilities they're going to open up because then that leaves so many more questions to answer by the end of the show. And I don't want the show to get oversaturated with all of this content, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to stay very focused in. Ian Shannon says, I would love a Just Villains episode. Fans not in the know will need more explanation of why Thrawn is a big deal. Yeah, I agree with that, Ian. I think that I have a couple qualms with Ahsoka so far. There's like a lot of like little things that bother me about the series. To the point that we're at right now. But one of them is, I don't think we've really showcased how big of a threat Thrawn is. I think the show's telling us like, oh, he's a big threat. Oh, he's a big threat. But I don't think they've done a really good job of showcasing that or the damage that he's inflicted in the past, especially to like the newer audience that doesn't have the knowledge of the Thrawn books or Star Wars Rebels. So I kind of want to see that built up more. And I would love an episode where we dive into why the Republic should take him more seriously as a threat. I think that would really help the show. Anthony Flores says, I feel like it will be a mix of Ahsoka traveling and Balin's journey. Perhaps some flashbacks of Balin's past could be seen, and I don't have a problem with no timer. Do what you have to do. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that. Stupid timer issues. I don't know why I swear to you, every time I pull up the timer, it's like, well, we're just going to kick you off the stream. I don't know if it's a problem that I have to report to StreamYard, but guess we'll figure that out later. Padme says, W, you think Thrawn's going to show up. Thomas thinks Thrawn is going to show up. Taylor thinks Thrawn is going to show up. Rob himself says, I think he shows up at the end, as I said before. Look, I bet Lars Mikkelsen is not a cheap actor, so, I mean, they're going to use him where they want to use him, but at the end of the day, I mean, he's a costly actor. He wants that good cash. But then again, why am I saying that? Disney can afford it. Disney can afford it. General Bubbles, welcome, General Bubbles. I was so excited for this. I heated up my supper ready for it, only to spill the entire bowl of it all over the kitchen counter, and now I'm distraught. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. And I love your profile picture. I love your profile picture. Well, clean up that soup. Come on. We got a stream here. In 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to clean up your soup, dude. Edward the Giant. Hello. Hello, Edward. Welcome. Jurassic Jam. Hey, caught the stream. Thank you, Insomnia. You're welcome. I didn't give you the insomnia, but thank you for joining. Pascal Sorrentino says, Ezra is the main character in this episode. He will make a demonstration of his unique style of combat. Well, you better not be sharing leaks, buddy boy, because that sounds like a leak. That sounds like a leak. Edward the Giant says, couple of thoughts. The pod of Purgil we saw in Mando is the one carrying Ahsoka. She finds her staff on the New Galaxy. The Rebels epilogue will be a post-credit for the Filoni movie. That actually would be so interesting if they reutilize that scene from the end of Rebels and it really does happen. It just doesn't happen where we thought it happened in the timeline. That could be a very real possibility. Jurassic Cham says, it's 2 a.m. here and I'm ready. Bring on Thrawn and Ezra. Yes. If we get Ezra, dude, it's going to be weird. I wonder, I'm so anxious to see if he has like major Aladdin vibes. Do you guys remember that phase in 2014 where everybody was calling him Space Aladdin and they were calling him Space Blueberry, and it was like this whole thing, and then somebody brought it up to Dave Filoni at a press conference and he was like, what are you talking about? It was like this whole thing on YouTube. I think somebody asked Dave Filoni a question about Ezra being Space Aladdin, and I think Dave was just caught so off guard. He was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But he's the Star Wars street rat. Oh, dude, if we get Ezra, that's going to be like the weirdest experience for me. I can't even tell you. Doth mine eyes deceive me? Could it be?
It is me.
Oh, my lord. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. With 3 minutes to go, Matt has decided to grace us with his presence on the stream. Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
You ready for this?
I am ready for it. I just finished. I'm fresh off of episode 5, so I'm ready to go.
Dude, that's perfect. Maybe we can talk about it briefly at the end of it.
Yeah, for sure. We can talk about it briefly. I'm here with my little baby. Happy, healthy.
Lois!
Little baby Lois is her name. She is wonderful. She was 7 pounds, 10 ounces. Was born on Wednesday, the 13th. Happy, healthy. 41-hour labor. Very long. But mom and baby are doing great. My wife is
wonderful.
A superhero. So
yay, Matt! Oh my gosh, so wonderful. Edward goes, show Lois.
She's sleeping right now. I don't want to wake her, but she's very, very cute.
If she wakes up in the middle of this, just mute it. Don't feel like you have to stay.
For sure, yeah. I'm here for like the right before the episode.
You are literally like 2 minutes in. So all the guesses, everybody's guessing that. Everybody says congratulations. Rob himself said Lois Skywalker. She's gonna do that when she gets older. What's your name?
Yeah, but I
Lois?
might be jumping in and out during this stream just to tend to the baby. But I thought I'd say hello because I do want to watch this episode. Do you have a timer on your thing?
Dude, I was just talking. I was just talking about that. Every time I share my timer, the internet cocks out on my end. I don't know why.
Okay.
But this is just an issue I've been running into repeatedly. I have to submit it to StreamYard, but for some reason, every time I share this timer, it kicks me off, and I don't know why.
Huh. Well, that's annoying. Well, I think maybe what I can help with is I can run it on mine, and even though I might not be on camera, we can at least run the timer. So let's see. Let's reset it, and let's change my camera. Hello, everyone, by the way. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for the well wishes. We appreciate it. Oh, not working.
Now we have OBS here.
There we go.
So everybody's theorizing. I know the episode drops in a minute. It drops right now. Well, but everybody's theorizing that we're going to get Thrawn and or Ezra tonight. What do you think?
Yes, I think both of those things. We're definitely going to get some big reveals this episode. I think it's going to be a very intense next couple until the end of the season. So it's going to be hype.
Hopefully.
I think last episode ended a little weirdly, in my opinion. We can talk about that later. But obviously, Clone War stuff was amazing.
Part 6
But
is
it's good.
up.
Part 6 is up. Okay, so maybe we just
Shut up and watch it.
Maybe we just shut up and watch it. Okay.
All right, hang on one second. Tell me 3, 2, 1, and then I'll hit play. Ready?
3, 2, 1, play.
All right, here we go, guys.
It should be doing the recap right now.
Yeah, it's on the recap.
We see the two people on the hollow screen. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm like a second behind you, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. It's kind of nice. I get to just jump into the next episode without having to wait a week.
I know, that's lovely, isn't it? I'm anxious to hear what you
Quite
thought.
lovely. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Ahsoka got baptized.
She did. She became Ahsoka the White.
I'm hoping this is just a bad guys episode. I want a bad
Me
guys
too. We didn't get any
episode.
Balin last episode.
And with your spirit. All right, here we go, besties.
How long is this? Oh, it's pretty long. 42 minutes it'll be. When all is said and done.
Oh, lordy, lordy. If we get Ezra, this is about to be the strangest experience of my entire life.
I bet we will at the end.
If we get either Ezra or Thrawn, this is
Do
going
you
to
see the Purgil right now flying through hyperspace?
Yeah. Wow, that is really colorful.
I love how they have like hyperdrives in their butts.
The rainbow Purgil. Purgil pride.
Yeah. Dude, he's the man.
He is. He's the goat. Hewing's like 25,000 years old.
I love him. He looks not a day over 40.
Oh boy.
She betrayed everybody. Yeah.
Dude, can you blame her?
No.
You just got baptized. Don't be broody.
Yeah. It was so ugly to see her off with that little metal thing off her head with like the white. That freaked me out.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Oh my god, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Wow. That's pretty
Are
dope.
you kidding me? Are you shitting me right now? Are you kidding me? Oh my lord, I was joking.
Speaking of shitting, Lois is pooping next to me right now in her sleep. It's very cute.
Far, far away. Far, far away. Breathing deeply, ominous music playing.
Oh, they cuffed
Dude,
her?
yeah.
But she went with them willingly.
Well, I guess they don't trust her. This is like, please let Shin greet her at the door.
And stab her again.
Just for fun. Oh, it's Balin. It's my boy. Why is this so funny to see his face through the door? Wow, I'm so shocked.
Damn, dude, look at those shoulders.
Dude, he's carrying the show on his shoulders.
Yes. He's awesome.
He's the goat. See, there she is. She's useful. Oh, beautiful effect. That was gorgeous.
Very cool, yeah.
Oh, chef's kiss. That was stunning. There's the collar for the Purgil.
Yeah.
I really wish they did that. That would have been so funny. Interesting.
Shut up. Stop bragging.
The whales came here to die. Is that what he just said?
That's like, there's bones. I guess they did. Oh, so that's what like the ring is made out of. That's kind of cool. Made out of whale bones.
Oh, there's some nice shots here so far. Dude, we're gonna get thrown.
Oh yeah, I think for sure. No question about it.
I'm excited to see Amon Esfandi as Ezra Bridger, aka Aladdin 2.0. Oops, Shin Batty. Dude, whoever's directing this, I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, cool direction. The last episode was pretty well directed too, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Some really good sound design in this show.
Yeah, some of the strongest we've seen, I'd say.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, yes, please bring me more night witches. The Night Sisters of Dathomir is such a good concept.
Yeah, they are. Give us Marin.
Hello, I'm Marion.
Oh, Marin.
I love
Call. Call. Call.
So this is a
Call
totally
not
different
call.
like galaxy that they're in right now.
Yeah, I guess. They completed their jump successfully. Permission to land like a dainty butterfly. Dude, I love Balin so much. It's the same kind of pillars.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but they
Those are
look
like
newer.
Ahsoka pillars.
Are those Night Sisters?
Oh, dude, I'm about to have a freaking heart attack.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
Lord. Oh,
They
my
look creepy,
Lord.
dude.
Dude, the Night Sisters of Dathomir is such a good concept.
Yeah.
This show just got really weird.
Yeah, it's creepy.
That's not Mother Talzin,
Yeah. Yeah.
is it?
Be patient. It's probably them too.
This just got so weird. I don't hate it though.
No, I like it.
I think Star Wars needs more weirdness.
Creativity, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
And yes, it does need more.
It has a name.
You made a stupid choice. We don't like you anymore.
Sabine still acts like a 16-year-old kid. Like, for being a nearly 30-year-old woman, she acts
Yeah,
like
she's
a
kind
child.
of a dummy.
Well, it's like, come on, girl. Watch Ezra just come in and save everybody. Are those Loth wolves? What the hell? Dude, I swear to God, if we get Loth wolves in here too, this will be the most Dave Filoni episode in the entire planet.
Who directed this one?
I don't know. Something's about. We are so getting Thrawn and Ezra this episode. I'm just calling it now. There's no way we're not.
We better. We only have 2 episodes left after this. Ooh, some backstory for Balin.
Interesting. He wasn't much older than her?
The Jedi Temple.
Dude, he's so good.
They both are, honestly. Like, she's really good too. Like, all their dialogue is very efficient. It's not like wasted words.
Oh man, she's gonna turn against him.
I think so too. I called this last 2 weeks ago. I think by the end she will turn on him. Maybe end up killing him. He doesn't seem fully evil. She kind of does.
I love how she
Or
looks to
naive.
him. She looks to him for wisdom, and I love that.
Yeah.
Like, she genuinely is curious. She wants to know. She looks to him as like an authority figure, and I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about you, Sabine. Sorry.
Yeah. Honestly, like, you should rot in prison.
Exactly. What are you doing, girl?
I thought she was like, I don't take no shit. I no nonsense. I ride my motorcycle. Why don't you break
She
out?
just, there's no, like, just be a person.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get flack for that later. They're like, you're not paying attention to the intricacies of her character. But, oh boy, here we go again.
Like, unless she has a really big role to play with Ezra and like on this weird galaxy thing, she's not really contributing much to the overall story other than just being like, I miss Ezra and I want to be a Padawan.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. She's not, almost feel like you could take her out and the show could proceed the exact same way. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not sure how much she's actually truly contributing to this, other than having an attachment to Ezra.
Oh, whoa.
Also, yep,
Dude,
here
that's
we
sick.
go.
Also, whoever said Dune vibes, that's actually a good call. There is Dune vibes in this.
Oh yeah, there are really big Dune vibes to this.
How did a ship in such good condition get there?
Ezra launched them there into space with the Force and the Purgil. So that's Thrawn's ship, I would gather.
Hi.
Oh wow. They're all chanting Thrawn? What the heck? What is that? Who is what? Okay. What? You're muted,
Well,
I
I
think,
look away.
dude.
I know. I look away for 2 seconds. Damn.
How the what? Who's the gold guy? Who's Goldface?
Golden face.
Golden Face. Who's Golden Face? That's got to be somebody from the books
Oh,
I'm not
dude.
aware of.
Yeah. Golden face.
Golden Face has got to be from the Thrawn books. I'm gonna have to text my best friend and ask her because she's read all of them.
Golden face. He looks like a gladiator. Dude, there's the man.
Hello, Lars
Yeah.
Mikkelsen.
He looks like a king, dude.
This is well, his voice is on point, just like it was when he acted in the animated series.
I'll be right back. I have to go change my daughter.
Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. His eyes are so creepy, dude. Oh yeah, I guess Thrawn would remember her because Rebels and the art, and he's like, I appreciate art. And then he took some of Sabine's art. Dude, we're getting Ezra. Ah. Also, why are the troopers red? Who is Golden Face? Hmm. Boy, his whispers are really unsettling. And his eyes, like his whole everything about him is so creepy.
Okay,
Ugh.
what did I miss?
She's talking to Thrawn, and honestly, you didn't miss much.
I'm
Go
here.
to,
I'm in the same spot. I didn't pause it.
oh. Oh, you didn't miss much. I'll relay it to you. He's basically like, well, Ezra could be dead. I'm letting you go, but just so you know that Ezra could be dead.
Oh,
So he's
who's
taunting her.
who's Golden Face?
Dude, Loth wolves, are you kidding me? This is the most. Is that a Loth wolf? What is that?
I have no
That's not a
idea.
Loth. I don't think that's a Loth wolf. Maybe it is.
I literally have no clue. But where did he
Oh,
get this army from?
maybe
Is
they
this
were
like
all
an army of the
stranded with
dead?
him.
I
You
guess
know
that
what,
they
dude?
survived.
Dude, that might be an army of the dead.
Dathomir? Yeah, Dathomir.
Yeah.
Chicks did it for him.
Yep.
Dude, he looks like he's from Flash Gordon or something.
He does. I like her cape. Dude, Thrawn was like, you helped me get to this galaxy, so now I'll help you. But just so you know, when we leave, you're going to be stuck here. And oh, there's also a chance that Ezra's dead. That's what he said.
Oh.
At least Thrawn's honorable, you know? I'll give the dude that.
True. I guess, yeah.
Dude, he's creepy, though. Like, in live action, the red eyes, the sultry,
Yeah.
whispering voice. It's weird. We'll kill him.
He must use Just for Men. His hair is so black. Like too black.
Just for men, his hair is a little too black. They incorporated Thrawn's theme from Rebels, which is cool, which is that evil organ.
It's like a Davy Jones type of thing.
It is a little Davy Jones. So, dude, is that a Loth wolf? I'm so confused. I don't think it is. It's like a Loth rat. Wait, why do those masks look familiar to me? How much do you want to bet Ezra's going to come in here?
That's a good bet. I'll bet you 1,000 credits. I guess how would Ezra come in because she has his lightsaber? So
Well, he still has the Force. He's still a fighter.
yeah,
And
stab
she
him.
really thought she did something there with that kick. Oh, well, excuse me. She's a girl boss, so of course Ezra can't come in and save her.
It's true. I mean, she's kind of screwed, dude.
She's been making very poor decisions left and right. I mean, she didn't really have a choice with Balin, I don't think, at least. So, what are they carrying in? Are they corpses? What are they? Golden face.
Enoch, I guess his name is.
I'm pretty sure that's a character from the books.
Yeah, it's like the Book of Enoch.
Dude, did he and Ezra just part ways? Like, what happened? Like,
Yeah. No, the mercenaries are cool at least. We don't
yeah,
want to
save the
them.
mercenaries, dude. They're useful to you. Why would you not keep the mercenaries? That only benefits you.
You were scared. You're a coward too, Candace, to be
Yeah.
honestly.
Sabine, what is your damage? Okay? Why are you telling it to leave? You kind of need it. It has all your rations. This is not the time to be getting angry at your pet, dude.
Yeah, no kidding. To prove a point.
This is definitely paying homage to something. We don't. I'm sorry. Like, she's not. I don't know if they. I have thoughts on this, but like, I think that she definitely gives off Sabine vibes, but I don't think her dialogue is serving her well.
The dialogue's pretty weak, in my opinion. You better not bail on me again.
It's just, I like her as Sabine. I just don't think her direction has been very good.
Yeah. Or the writing.
The scope on this show is very nice. Like,
What do you mean?
look at that. That actually looks like a world.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's one of the strong suits of the show, for sure. We've talked about it since the beginning. Something that not a lot of the other shows have done, honestly.
Kenobi.
Bless you. Honestly, snooze fest. I don't care about Sabine, dude. I don't care about her journey. Show me someone in fun and exciting. Like, show me Ahsoka, maybe
Like
someone who the show's actually about.
I know we need to get to where Ezra is, but they could really speed this up by cutting between Ahsoka and then Sabine, and like making us work for it a little more instead of it letting it like drag as much as they're letting it drag right now.
Yeah, all this can happen off screen. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him.
What?
I love that thing.
Now we're getting
Shoot him,
into
though.
some weird Clone Wars shit here. I love it. Boy, this episode has definitely introduced some weird elements, though. I'm not mad about that. Okay, I want it. Can I have one?
I'd shoot it. How does she already know that language?
Can I have it? I want it. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
He's a little stinker.
Oh, this thing's gonna lead them to Ezra.
Oh, yeah. He recognizes it. Wow, that's coinkadink. Okay, that's a little annoying. This little rock thing that you run into happens to know exactly where Ezra is and what the rebellion is. It's like the same thing as the Sith saber from Rise of Skywalker. Like, oh, it perfectly lines up with the fallen Death Star. Like, this is what a massive coincidence on this huge planet. You happen to run into these people.
This is giving that one arc of Clone Wars where C-3PO and R2-D2 run into like that little community of really little people, aliens, and they have to teach them how to. Oh wait, I told you to skip that arc.
I don't remember. I haven't
Oh,
watched that show in a while. Been 3 years since I watched it.
this is definitely extremely Clone Warsy, but I don't know if this is the best way to.
Tell the story. We've been on this scene for
Yeah.
10 minutes now. Like, I'm truly not interested in Sabine's story at all. I don't think anyone is, honestly.
I don't
The
think
show's called
anybody is.
Ahsoka. This all can be done off screen or in a 2-minute scene. Like,
Yeah,
like, also, this isn't clever. Like, have her get on the
No.
trail if she's so smart and Sherlock Holmesy. Like, find the trail to him. Like, you run into these rock people and they can lead you there.
It's
I don't
just
know.
not. It's not super creative. There's like a million ways to do it better. And
So they're following her now for some reason.
well, they're following her because Thrawn's like, "Hey, if you find her, kill her. Kill her and Ezra." Now, him, on the other hand, give me a million scenes with him. Dude, we're getting so much of Balin now, and now I know that he's gone, and we're not gonna. Dude, he feels very Lord of the Ringsy to me.
I can see that.
Like they bring a different tone to the show. Why do I know that helmet? I know these
Looks
helmets.
very
That
Japanese
it's
samurai-esque these
very
days.
samurai. Kurosawa vibes.
As always.
I'm sorry. I honestly, I do not care about Sabine in this show. Like,
No.
they haven't, I don't feel like they've done a good job of, like, helping us connect to her. And she really only seems to have one personality trait, which is annoyed all the time. And I don't
Yeah.
understand why. Like, people are so much more than just one emotion. Like, give her a breakdown or something.
Yeah.
Help us really connect to
She's
why
very
she feels
one.
attached.
Yeah, she's like very one or two dimensional.
She's more of a trope than a character in this show than I feel like.
Yeah. Just checking a box. I really don't like her character at this point, to be
Which is
honest.
so unfortunate because, like, she wasn't my favorite in Rebels, but she had a character in Rebels.
She's just not interesting enough for this show. And like, can we at least get an idea of what Ahsoka's doing? Can we? I don't know. It's weird. I guess they're probably saving that for the end for her to arrive or something. Like, I don't want to see her in this weird crab people Ewok place.
This is so Clone Warsy, dude, but just
Yeah, I guess it
significantly
is.
less well done, I think. I think a lot of the elements that they try to translate from Clone Wars to live action, I don't think they translate in the same ways.
No, they
And
definitely don't.
believe me, I love Dave Filoni and his storytelling. I do, but I think some of the translated elements don't 100% work here.
I would agree.
Wake me up when it's over.
Yeah, this is Dragon Dude. We got like 5 minutes left too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Hello? Is he? He looks like Jesus from The Chosen.
Yeah. Gotta eat to live. Gotta steal to eat. Hey, this dialogue is horrible. Dude, they haven't seen each other in a long time. This is terrible.
Does he have a fake plastered beard?
Dude, there's not enough emotion there. I'm sorry for this chick who wanted to see him for such a long time. You're just joking and stuff.
She would run
Sorry,
to
dude.
him.
That's a terrible reunion. I don't even know the character.
No, I agree with you.
Like, hey, we're gonna make some jokes. It worked.
She
didn't
wouldn't.
it?
I'm sorry. That reaction was not in character for Sabine. She would have run towards him. Like,
Yeah, that's what I would think she would do, based on how much she's talking.
dude,
about
he
this.
looks like he jumped out of the Bible.
He did. He's Christ.
He looks like the guy who plays Jesus in The Chosen.
Look at his nose. He's got a big one.
That's Ezra's nose, though. Ezra has a huge nose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. This is a pretty underwhelming. Like,
This is, yeah.
I found you.
dude, that was like, I'm so disappointed with that reaction.
That was not great.
Oh, I'm so you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. That was incredibly disappointing.
Yeah, it just feels a little underwhelming. She just like slowly moseyed over there. Like,
Boy, this
I
is
don't know.
really underwhelming. I feel like I feel like I feel like the quality of these episodes really switch depending on the episode. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
kind
it's
of.
going like this and then this and then this and then this.
Thrawn's looking a little bony. Getting to the
He
gym,
hasn't
brother.
he hasn't eaten in a while, dude. No, god damn it. Okay, maybe he just made a mistake.
Thrawn's hairline's pretty receding, dude. We couldn't have given him a better hairline. Come on, my boy.
Destroy it with pride and prejudice. Did you see it said dark magic Magick?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Okay.
Wow, I'm going to be really frank here, okay?
Don't be
I'm gonna
Frank.
be
Be
really.
Melissa.
I'm shut up, shut up, Jeffrey. Thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. Thanks, my dude.
Oh wow,
A
Jeffrey.
whole dollar. Thank you.
No, that's $1.99. That's that is huge
$2.
news. That's our first super sticker we've ever gotten.
Actually, it's
Melissa.
not. It's not. Last week
Oh,
we
it's
got
not.
$5.
No way.
We did.
Wow, that's huge, dude.
I know.
Thank you, Jeffrey. You're the man.
Slowly but surely, we're getting support on the show to help give us new equipment to put out a better product for you guys.
Wow. Yeah, sorry for the interruption in the show, but thank you, Jeffrey. I haven't seen that before. That's big news.
Thank you,
Look at
Jeffrey.
you guys. You guys are great. We love y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna be frank here. Okay,
Be Melissa.
So
Please don't be
everybody,
Frank.
everybody, bear with me here. I am so incredibly disappointed with the Sabine and Ezra reunion. Like that to me is such a poignant moment because she hasn't seen him for what I assume is probably close to 10 years. And she's grieving that loss. And she's like, I made a promise to this guy and I really care about him. And I told him I was going to come back and I haven't held up onto that at this point. So you think the natural conclusion to that is going to be, oh my God, Ezra, are you okay? What are you doing here? What happened? Like she'd have all these
Yeah.
questions. But then they just casually walk towards each other and they have a couple quips. And it's like, no, this is not how two people would act after not seeing each other for a long period of time, especially knowing their bond in Rebels. Like, they would have bolted towards each other. I expected, like,
Yeah.
picking her up, spinning her around, being like, holy crap, how did you get here? Like, that would be the natural. I'm sorry, that was really.
Underwhelming?
I'm really.
Yeah.
That was so underwhelming. You know what? I'm texting me bestie and I'm telling her that was underwhelming
Yeah,
because
look,
she's seen Rebels.
I think, I mean, it's cool to see Thrawn and Golden Face. I think that's kind of a cool, interesting thing. The Night Sisters of Dathomir.
Face.
The Night Sisters of Dathomir is cool. Enoch, I think his name is. That's pretty cool. Balin and Shin scenes here were cool. Him talking about his past a little bit was pretty dope. But like, yeah, honestly,
Wow.
Simon says it. It's a pretty mid episode overall. Yes, I would agree with that. Anthony says a disappointing Ezra reveal would have been better to have being revealed by Sabine or being saved by Sabine or something. Yeah. Dude, 100%. Thomas, same thing. Should have run to him. Yeah. Thresh about to leave. We need to go, or we're both stuck here. Yeah, dude. Like there was no urgency. She like was just kind of like stumbling around, like doo 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 doo. What's going on? And then it's just like there he is, and he's like, "Hey, I look like Jesus, and I've been hanging out with these weird crab people for a while, and I hope you're doing well." Oh, I think Melissa's frozen. Um, but I think overall a little odd, just a weird feeling, especially considering how much they've talked about him this whole time, and then he just kind of pops out of a weird little hut. Thank you, babe. And oh, Melissa's definitely gone. Like I don't know why you would do that. Like it seemed to be a huge missed opportunity. There she is.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thank you, babe.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. This episode was not gonna top last week. It just wasn't.
No.
Like, I think
No.
everybody knew that going into this, but I'm sorry, this was just incredibly disappointing as a huge reveal for both Thrawn and Ezra. Like, it was just so casual. Like, it was just like,
Yeah, the Thrawn one was weird too, right? They just kind of showed him on screen, and he's like, "Here I am," and you're like, I guess there he is. That's the guy." Like, I don't know, for both of them, like, dude, they've been stranded on this planet for how long?
well, not just that, dude, is you don't give any backstory for your audience. Like, can help the audience understand who Thrawn is and help us understand who Ezra is. Like, it was just everything about it was so incredibly casual. Like, honestly, I really would have expected more from the writing in terms of a reunion. Like, it would have been more dramatic. At least from the buildup that they've been giving in this show, they have not been showing us. This is a problem that I talked about prior to you coming on the stream. Is they've been telling us how much of a threat Thrawn is, but they haven't been showing us.
Yeah, I don't like. He's not someone I care about. Like, if I've never seen him, if I've never seen the show, you're just kind of like, oh yeah, like he's just this name. But like, why is it so bad if he comes back? What happens? Why does everyone respect him? They haven't talked about him enough. Same thing with Ezra, by the way. They haven't talked about him at all. And then they both just show up, and you're like, oh, they've been talking about them incessantly for the whole show so far, and then they just kind of like mosey on in, and you're like,
it's super
hi.
casual. Hi guys. Yeah, like literally, Sabine and Ezra's reunion was, oh hey, how are you? It was like they've been talking for weeks. It's like you walk into a bar and you see your friend. Oh hey man, what's going on? You come here often?
Very weird. Yeah, very weird.
It was
Like,
just.
I mean, again, as much as she talked about him, you'd think it'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Also, I thought you'd think she would find him in a less convenient way. Oh, you happen to meet the crab people that live with him. Oh, cool.
It
Come on,
could have
guys.
been.
We can't have a more creative, like,
You know what would have been
finding
better
thing than that.
like you could have had this moment where she quiets her mind and she's like, I'm going to try to connect to the Force. And then
There
she
you go.
hears Ezra calling out to her.
Yeah, there you go. That's already better.
Like, honestly, anything would have been so much better. Thomas More says she should have run to him, then tell him that Thrawn is
Yeah.
about to leave and we need to go over or we're both stuck here. Very underwhelming. Yeah, there was no sense of like urgency.
little.
Oh, is she awake?
She's awake. She's crying.
Oh, baby Lois. Oh my gosh.
Little
I gotta
baby
get out there and
Leia.
meet her.
No, I'm just kidding.
Leia. Lois Skywalker.
Yeah.
Lois Skywalker. Yeah, there was no sense of urgency to it. There was really no sense of like Matt, if you hadn't seen somebody in 10 years and they'd been missing, like if you found out that one of your friends was missing and all of a sudden you found them, wouldn't your first questions would be, where have you been? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you hurt? What is this? Like, you'd have a million questions for them. Like, it's just, it boggles my mind. Like, it just seems so obvious to write it in a way that was just a little bit more like, holy shit, I can't believe you're here. But it's just like, I can't wrap my head around it.
It's a very bizarre choice, a very bizarre writing choice, to be honest. Like, who directed that? I'm trying to look it up.
You know what? Who wrote it? Because if Dave Filoni wrote it, I'm going to be like,
I'm sure he did. He wrote all the episodes, I think. Hey, baby girl, it's okay.
oh, Lois.
Oh, it's okay, baby girl.
Oh, sweetheart. I'm so excited. I'm going to get out there and meet her.
You should come. We'll be around.
gonna get out there.
This one was written by Dave Filoni. Oh, let's see. Never mind. Oh, hey, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I wish they had showed a flashback of Thrawn and Ezra post Rebels and how they got to where they are now, even if they had made that a big part of the episode. Yep. Yeah, they needed something like that to tie it all together. They needed to have like a flashback moment just so the audience could piece it together. You don't have to show their faces, but you can show the incident and how it happened just to get the viewers up to speed. And you can cut all of the Sabine walking crap.
Yeah. Jennifer, well, I just forgot her last name. I got to click on the thing again. Jennifer Getzinger directed this one. Filoni directed the last one.
I have never heard of her. Jennifer Getzinger.
Me neither.
Jennifer.
Honestly, not my favorite episode we've seen. Let's see other comments. We need Luke to show up at some point. He plays a huge part in the Thrawn era of the Empire. That'd be cool. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they had him show up. I don't know that we necessarily
you think
Ahsoka's, you don't want to overdo it.
You think Ahsoka's first response would be, oh my god, this big threat has potential to come back into our galaxy. Let me just call up Luke Skywalker and see if he can help me out with this.
Yeah.
General
right,
Skywalker.
I think I'm going to have to jump. I have
that's okay. Crying. Yeah, give Lois your attention.
I have to give Lois my attention. I got to go, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Melissa will stick around, but I got to go attend to my brand new baby daughter. So
yay, we're happy for you. That's good.
We'll chat soon.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it.
And we'll talk about last episode too. I think this one was a little underwhelming for me, but we can do it. We can talk more on the breakdown this week.
Sure, that sounds good. Go be with your daughter. I love you.
See you guys. Love you too. Bye.
Goodbye. Okay, we've kicked Matt off the stream. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It felt like Luke on Octu. Little bit, Matt Lawless. Little bit. Benjamin says, for me, nothing beats Mando season 2. Seeing Luke in his prime was the best. Yes, 100% agree. I think as far as Star Wars projects that have come out so far, Mando season 2 has definitely been the strongest out of all the new Star Wars content. Jonas the dad says, worked late. I met the Night Sisters. Cool. Congrats, Matt. Well, Matt is very appreciative of all the very sweet comments. I don't know, you guys, I am pretty, well, first of all, welcome to all 54 of you in the chat. Hello. I'm really disappointed and super underwhelmed. That was the Sabine and Ezra reunion. I don't know, guys. I really, really would have expected more from that moment. How do you guys feel about it? Jacob says, it feels like if we have Luke, Ahsoka, and Ezra, we'll meet each other. I don't know what you're saying there. Alex Laserly says, catching this late, what were your overall thoughts on Thrawn? Good. I felt like he appeared out of nowhere. I felt like my biggest problem with this episode is the introduction of both Thrawn and Ezra was just way too casual. It was just well, we're here. There was no sense of it's a poignant moment in the show. We've been building towards this. It was well, this just happened. Lars Mikkelsen, I mean, literally no difference between animated Thrawn and live action Thrawn. He did a good job, but there was no build up to it. So I'm kind of just left feeling nah, it's fine. I didn't think he gave a decent performance. It's just they didn't do anything to build him up. They didn't do anything to be we're at this very poignant moment in the series that we've been building towards. It was just kind of casual. Anthony Flores says, I had high hopes for this episode, but this was disappointing. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I thought it started out pretty strong, and then we just wandered around for 20 minutes and then conveniently found Ezra by having Sabine interact with these weird turtle shell people. It felt very Clone Wars-y, but it just felt... I'm going to get shot for this later, but it felt like lazier Clone Wars writing, if that makes sense. Jacob says, Ezra and Sabine should kiss. Should they, though? I mean, no, honestly, if they kissed, that would have been a more appropriate reaction to not seeing each other for 10 years than the casual reaction they had to each other. Alex says, I agree there should have been a flashback. I do too. I think that really would have added to the weight of this moment for both characters. Anthony Flores says, they are huge characters, Ezra and Thrawn, and they didn't give them the reveal they deserved. I agree. It was just like, well, here you go. Alexander Wilson, this was a setup episode. Be that as it may, that's still not an excuse for like how the episode ended up turning out. Like, you can still tell a better story. I'm pretty sure one of you guys could have written something better that was more efficient and made more sense and gave more honor to the characters than what we actually got. What do you think Balin's plan is? That's an excellent question, Robbie. I'm not sure. What do you guys think Balin's plan is? He definitely still has a beef with the Jedi, and he is still like very distrustful of them, doesn't really agree with how everything went down, especially with like their politics. I think like you get a couple hints in like Balin's conversations with Shin that he definitely disagreed with their politics and the way that they approached stuff, and then Order 66 happened and it made him conflicted. So I'm not entirely sure what his plan is, but I definitely think that it possibly has something to do with the Night Sisters of Dathomir and maybe harnessing that power somehow. That's the hint I got in this episode, but I definitely think we're going to have this moment of either Shin will kill Balin at the end, or he'll die at the hands of Thrawn trying to accomplish his goal. Like, either way, Balin's not walking out of this alive, because sadly, Ray Stevenson passed away, but also I don't think he was ever intended to make it past season 1. Balin is going to turn back to the light side. Also a possibility. I mean, he's definitely not dark side geared. He has more light side tendencies, for sure. Smear says, I'm sorry, how the hell are y'all disappointed? Y'all expectations are in another galaxy or something. I don't think so. I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think that like, I have all of the, I don't want to say knowledge, but I grew up with Clone Wars and Rebels, and I really have a deep connection to those characters, and I really think that the show was telling us here, even if you haven't seen Clone Wars and Rebels, they're going, Ezra and Thrawn are a big deal. Ezra and Thrawn are a big deal. And then when we get to this moment, it's just treated so casually that you really would have expected something a bit more like, boom, like this is the moment. And it just wasn't that. It was super casual. And the show's been telling us that this is a big moment that we're building towards. And it just wasn't. So I think it's fair to be disappointed. To be honest, I didn't really have any expectations like going into this episode. I guess it's just more of like the show was telling us this stuff. And then they were like, well, it's here. Michael Rogers. When Sabine started to turn around, I honestly started to tear up. But when she didn't immediately run to him, my eyes dried up fast. Because there was no emotion. It was just like, hey, come here often? You got a super fake beard now, Ezra. You kind of look like Jesus from The Chosen. Have you guys seen The Chosen at all? Does anybody watch The Chosen? It's the show that's based on the Bible. I don't know the actor's name who plays Jesus, but Ezra low-key looked like that. Alexander Wilson says, it sounds like Balin is disposable to Thrawn. 100%. And Balin's either going to die at the hands of Shin, or he's going to die at the hands of Thrawn. I would personally like it better if he died at the hands of Thrawn, just because I like his and Shin's dynamic, and I think it's really interesting and fun. And I know that Shin has more evil tendencies, but it would kind of break my heart a little bit if she killed him, because I do really like that relationship. I like how she looks to him for guidance and a guiding figure in her life. So I'd be disappointed if she killed him, but I don't want to write that off because it definitely seems like a possibility. Melvin says, was the way to find Ezra strange? Why did Thrawn in so many years not try to look for him and Sabine found him quickly. This is a valid question. These are valid questions, guys. They're valid questions. I don't know. I don't it's like the writers weren't thinking of these questions. And by the writers, I definitely mean Dave Filoni, because it looks like he's spearheading this entire show, but like these are the questions that you have to ask when you're writing an episode like this. Like, did Thrawn and Ezra just lose track of each other? And Ezra was just chilling on a convenient part of the planet. And if Sabine was able to find him so easily, couldn't have Thrawn found him just as easily and killed him? I just, it doesn't make sense. Jesse says, I still think, excuse me. Jesse says, I still think Ray Stevenson is the best part of the show. I will agree with you on that. I think he's definitely giving the best performance out of any of the actors on the show so far. He has the most intrigue. Jacob says, it'll be cool since we're getting Tales of the Jedi Season 2. They'll show the Balin backstory. That would be cool. I think Balin will definitely be in Tales of the Jedi Season 2. I'm pretty sure they recorded some dialogue before Ray Stevenson died, and I'm positive we'll get stuff with not only him and Shin Hati, but also Sabine and Ahsoka. I think that would really help out the backstory on that. Edward the Giant says, I effing loved this episode. Well, I'm happy you did. I didn't, but hey, to each their own. Big Dog says, great world building episode. Filoni added a huge amount to Star Wars lore and universe, and for that, I can't give the episode less than a 7. Well, I am glad you enjoyed it. There was definitely some good world building in it. The Night Sisters was super cool and weird. The turtle creatures were weird and kind of useless in the episode, but I appreciated their design. I liked all of the world building. I thought the scope of the show was really, really nice in this particular episode. The effects of the Purgil in space, the hyperspace effects, the rainbow Purgil Pride effects were really nice. It's just like but as far as the story goes, it was just weak in my opinion. I didn't think it was super strong. And again, nothing that they could. I'm tripping over my words a lot tonight. Nothing that they could have done in this episode would have ever topped what happened last week. Like, they just couldn't. Like, last week was, like, I think is going to be the peak for this show, and it's probably going to be the highest point that the show is going to get to. But nothing they could have done in this episode would live up to last week. That being said, there was a better way to execute this. And I think a lot of it was just poor writing. And they've had some poor writing choices in the show up until this point, but not enough to make me be really disappointed. But I can confidently say I was pretty disappointed in this episode. Big Dog says, I agree, the Ezra and Thrawn reveal was mid. I know I've repeated myself 20 times on this, guys. But if you hadn't seen your best friend in 10 years and they just went missing and you had no idea where they were, you couldn't get a hold of them, you hadn't spoken to them, and you had made this promise that you were going to find them, wouldn't your first reaction be like, oh my God, are you okay? What happened? Are you hurt? What's been going on? Like, you'd have all these questions, and then I imagine you would run to them and hug the living life out of them. But I guess not. I guess all of these emotions that Sabine was feeling about Ezra was really not how she was feeling at all. So, I'm going to get dragged for this later, but I don't care. Peridia as a Purgil graveyard. Yes, that's a good concept. I didn't think to talk about that, Edward the Giant. That is a very clever idea. Purgil graveyard. Night Sisters, OMG. Night Sisters were very cool. Sabine and the Wolf is very Clone Wars droid arc, and the scar on Ezra's face. Yes, it is very Clone Wars droid arc, which is so ironic because on our Instagram, I posted that meme of Christopher Walken, like, over the droid arc, and he's going, no, no, no. And I just posted that because Matt sent it to me today. Oh, the irony. Oh, the sweet, sweet irony. What story do you think Ahsoka is being told by Hewing? This is so mean, but whatever story Hewing was telling Ahsoka was probably infinitely more interesting than what we watched in this episode. I don't know, dude. I don't know, but it was probably more interesting than what we watched. Paul Kern. Do you think Dave Filoni should have brought in some of his team of Rebels writers to help with the show? I feel like he's struggling a bit on his own. I think it would have been helpful, working with the same team of writers that brought the original show to life. I definitely think that it wouldn't have hurt the show. I think it would have added more. I think that's like the beauty of collaboration is when you get so focused in on art, whether that's a painting or a script or you're working in like Word, Excel, and you're inputting all this information, it's always good to get a second pair of eyes on what you're doing because somebody's going to look at it from up here when in reality, if you're the artist, you're going to be looking in so close that you're not going to be able to catch all of your mistakes, and somebody can come in with a broader perspective and go, hey, you missed out on that over here, or did you think to do this? And so maybe in that way, Dave Filoni would have benefited from just having more eyes on it, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, like this just doesn't feel like him. This doesn't feel like the regular quality of writing that I'm used to from Dave Filoni. So that very well like could be the issue there. Like he just might be doing this cold turkey on his own, where in the past he's had a team in the writer's room to help flesh everything out and bounce ideas off of. So that's a really good point, Paul. Vero, does that say Vero? I don't have my glasses. Vero Art says, I got a bit of Willow vibes when we were going through the wasteland. Yeah, I did too. It was very Lord of the Ringsy. Somebody brought up Dune. There were also what was the other one? Kind of like an Andor-ish feel. The location was a little bit Andor-ish, which was interesting. Chris, oh, hello from Brazil. Another amazing episode. Well, I am glad you enjoyed it. I didn't, but I'm glad you did. Welcome from Brazil. Happy to have you here. Great Christopher Walken impression. Thank you, Anthony. Elvis says, I was pretty disappointed as well. I don't know, you guys. I think in general, I think an outsider could come in and write a better script than what we got in this episode. Like this, everything that we've seen up until this point pointed to this episode as being a really big reveal moment for the entire show, given what we've been told up until this point. Because they kept hammering home, Thrawn's a threat, Thrawn's a threat. Oh, we got to find Ezra. Well, Sabine can't focus because of her attachment to Ezra. And they just kind of, we were going up, and then they went, so, I don't really know what to say other than that. I mean, I could sit here and critique it all night, but it doesn't change the reality of what it is, which is not good. Vero Art says, I find Sabine very annoying. Her reactions are so immature, like with the dog thing and refusing to ride it because it ran away. That's what animals do when they're scared. I know. There are so many moments on this show. Like, for me, they've been pretty little up until, I would say, probably last week. But it's just, some of it's just like really dumb writing, where it's like, why is Sabine... She's like nearly 30 something years old. She's probably 30 years old, and she's still acting with the demeanor of a 16 or 17-year-old who really hasn't gone through her hormonal phase and come out on the other side. Like she's moody. She's brooding all the time. She doesn't really seem to have a character trait other than, I don't trust you, and I'm angry, and I can't find Ezra. And it's just like, Can you actually give me a person that I can connect to here? Like, really show us her emotion. So, yeah, I agree. I think she's pretty immature, and I'm not loving her live action interpretation. Again, I said this earlier when we were watching the episode. I don't think it's Natasha Bordizio. I think the direction she's being given, and I think the dialogue they're writing for her is not great. And that's really unfortunate because I think she embodies the vibe of Sabine. I just don't think the dialogue is serving her. And I don't think the direction she's being given is serving her. Okay. Last thought. Anthony Flores says, I have no idea where these next two episodes will go, but I hope they bounce back. How the last two episodes will determine if this show becomes epic or just good. Yeah, I think the last two episodes are going to give us a definite rating on this series. It's definitely going to be high. It's either going to end on a high or it's going to end on a casual low. I have a feeling it's going to end casually based on how this episode went, which is a little disappointing. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. And I just lost my train of thought. Just completely crashed. Does this ever happen to you guys? You ever just like have a thought and it just goes, tsk? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the next two episodes are going to go, but this one was not my favorite. Let's see. A couple more questions, guys, and then I'm going to go because it is 10:15 and also my throat is so dry. Couple more thoughts. Okay, Pascal. No, it's not the reality of this episode. It's just your opinion. One single opinion. For all your info, look at all the other channels who react or in love with the episode. That's great. If anybody who is watching this absolutely loved the episode, I am happy for you. I wish no ill will towards how happy you are about this episode. And if there are other reactors out there who are watching it and absolutely loved it, good for them. I'm happy for them. I have a high standard for the quality of writing and what people are capable of, and I just didn't like this one. I thought that they could have done a better job. So you're right, it is just my opinion, and I'm sure there are other people out there that agree with me, and I'm sure there are other people out there that disagree with me, but hey, that is the beauty of conversation. We are allowed to agree and disagree with each other. Let's see. Johnny Cypher says, "Hey, really appreciate your honesty about the disappointment. Look, I'm going to be authentic. I can't really be anything but authentic, and if I'm telling you guys something that is not authentic, that sits really, really badly with me. So, you're going to get honesty here, and Matt's going to be honest, and whether or not people agree or disagree with us, it's the way we feel. So I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you. Not sure if anyone has said this. Haha, Isaac, funny photo. Not sure if anyone has said this yet, but the Dathomiri Fortress is literally a copy of the City of Minas Tirith from Return of the King. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to go back and look at that because Dave Filoni does love his Lord of the Rings isms. I'm going to have to go back and look. Jonas the Dad says, great time, guys. Thanks for the fun and the convo. See you later, Jonas the Dad. Have a good night. I'm surprised you didn't like the episode. I found it amazing and can't wait to see what's next. Only thing I found off was Sabine not appearing more happy to see Ezra. Honestly, again, Rob himself, happy you loved it. It was just underwhelming. It was just kind of like, okay. And I was expecting it to be more of a, wow, oh my gosh, I can't believe Thrawn and Ezra. And it was just treated very casually and treated with no energy. And that's kind of how it came off. So I'm not buzzing. It was just disappointing. But yeah, the only thing I found off was Sabine not appearing more happy to see Ezra. I'm sorry, that is so weird to me. It's so weird she wouldn't have more of a reaction. Johnny says, I think it would have been great to see Ezra underground, having spent the last few years hiding from and plotting against Thrawn, not just chillin'. They might fix this, but really the time was then. I agree. I agree. Ugh. Nelson says, wished Ray Stevenson could have lived to see us fans absolutely love his Balin. I definitely agree with you, Nelson. He passed way too soon, and like somebody said above, he is 100% the highlight of the show. And I think he's the best actor they have on the show. Probably next to David Tennant, which he plays a droid, which is really funny to say, but David Tennant's crushing. All right, last question, guys, and then I got to run. But we will do a full breakdown on this, and I'll share all my thoughts when I'm not super parched and dehydrated and also super sweaty because this room got really hot. And I think the temperature is increasing. I think it's going to be like 85 tomorrow. So Alexander says, so are we going to get a tag team match of Ezra and Sabine versus Baylan Shin? Probably. And we're going to have to see what force power moves Ezra has, because he doesn't have his lightsaber. So maybe he'll do some, like, space karate. Read it, do. All right, Vera, you're going to get the last question, or the last statement anyway. The best thing for me was the Rebels theme when Sabine and Ezra hugged, but Sabine's refusal to talk or answer any questions for Ezra was mind-blowing and not in a good sense. Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch that, but in the moment, that dialogue was just... I was getting a lot of secondhand embarrassment. Secondhand embarrassment, Melissa was cringing. Okay, that's going to be all the questions for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining the live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Please drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Be authentic. Be honest. Did you love the episode? Tell me why. Did you hate the episode? Tell me why. I want to hear all of your thoughts. Positive, negative, drop them in the comments. We want to hear them because that's what makes the Star Wars discussion amazing. Didn't love this episode. It was like, all right. But by far the most disappointing moment was the Sabine and Ezra reunion. Like, I thought that was going to be dramatic and she'd be asking all these questions, but I guess not. Matt and I will do a breakdown together if he's available. I'm happy he could pop in tonight. What an unexpected surprise, but that was lovely. I already did my like and subscribe spiel, but I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good night, and most importantly, may the Force be with you. Have a good night, guys.